Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. Hello, and thank you for joining those that are joining me live. How was your weekend? I would love to hear about it, what you were up to. We had a long holiday weekend. Some of you may have had some extra time off, like I did. So let me know how your weekend was. Mine was really good. We done some things around the house, some things we had been kind of putting off. So Jeff and I both had some time off of work, so we took that time to do some of those things around the house. We went to a barbecue on the July 4th and then watched some fireworks as well. Our neighborhood puts on some fireworks on the holidays, so we can actually just sit outside in our driveway and watch fireworks. It's so nice, and we enjoyed that for sure. So as you're coming in, say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're coming in from. And we are streaming in various different places. So if you are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button or ring that bell, and so you can be notified every time that we do go live. Today, we're going to be talking about taking care of yourself, which is so important. Even as a professional, we need to take care of ourselves, okay? So, have you ever heard a flight attendant give instructions about putting your oxygen mask on first in the event of an emergency? That's because you need to help yourself before you can help others. It's the same thing in the professional world. Often professionals neglect themselves while serving others, leading to exhaustion instead of growth. Excuse me, I still have a little tickle in my throat, sorry. So it's time to shift that mindset and embrace self-care for sustainable success. You would be amazed, at the different professionals that, don't put self-care first. They don't take care of themselves first. And they end up with burnout. And there's not much success that comes from burnout, right? So build a support system. Surround yourself with like-minded people who support your desire for a successful business. Find an expert with the experience you need to guide and teach you and lead you in the direction you want to go. Consider having an accountability partner that you can count on. If you're part of the relationship communications group, we have a very large group there. There's, oh my goodness, probably almost 600 people in that group now. So there's numerous of people that you could reach out to and possibly find an accountability partner to where y'all can help support each other. And again, I highly suggest those coffee chats to get to know each other. So have a few coffee chats and pick and choose who you think may be the best accountability partner for you after you have that coffee chat and get to know them, right? And you want to make sure you can be a good accountability partner to them as well. That way you can support each other and help each other be more successful. Set boundaries to protect your time and energy. It's not up to your clients or your customers to respect your boundaries. It's up to you to respect yourself and maintain your boundaries. So when you start working with clients or customers, it's natural to want to please them, right? They say jump and you ask how high. Before you know it, you're jumping 24/7 just because they're telling you this, do this, do this, do this, do this. That's not setting your boundaries. That's not respecting yourself, and that's not maintaining your boundaries at all. So you don't want to be jumping 24/7 for your clients or customers just because they ask you for this or ask you to do this or whatever the case may be. Teach the voice in your head, all that gibberish we talk about, right? To be kind. Everyone has a voice in their head. So everyone has that gibberish, okay, in their head that talks to them. And it's completely normal. because like I said, everybody has it. But until you learn to manage that voice or that gibberish, it causes damage and harm and keeps you stuck. So let me repeat that. Until you learn to manage that gibberish in your head, it causes damage and harm and keeps you stuck right where you are. So if you're looking to move forward in your business, or maybe even take your business in a different direction, whatever the case is for you, you've got to get that gibberish out of your head. All those voices, do not listen to them. Get it out of your head. And that's part of taking care of yourself. It really is. And yes, the food's important. Yes, the exercise is important. But also getting the gibberish out of your head and maintaining your boundaries are very important, okay? Well, speaking of food and exercise, yes, you need to eat good food and exercise every day. I try to eat good food, and yes, I try to exercise. Do I succeed at that every single day? Not really. And I'm sure sometimes you may not either. But I try my best to do so. I try to plan my meals. Now, I do eat at the same times every day. No, except for dinner at night. We don't necessarily eat at the same time at dinner time, but like my breakfast and my lunch, I try to eat that at the exact same time every single day. But to have a thriving business, you need energy and focus. And that requires proper nutrition and moving your body. Get outside and get some fresh air. It's a little too hot in my present location to actually go take a walk outside. So I have a path in my house where I do my walking, but I still go outside just to get some fresh air every day. You can make that judgment for yourself, depending upon where you're located, right? But if you can take your walks outside, do so, because it can be very beneficial. So if exercise is new to you, start by taking, a 1 mile walk, and then build on your distance over time. Schedule your meal times on your calendar and plan your meals ahead of time. I have specific things that I eat in the mornings while I'm getting ready. That's my breakfast, while I'm getting ready for the day. And then I have a specific food that I prepare at lunchtime. And I do, guys, take a 30-minute lunch break. And if you don't, you need to schedule that on your calendar, because that is important as well. So in the middle of the day, I will take 30 minutes and I leave my office for 30 minutes. Now, do I actually go sit down and relax? Probably not. Lots of times, if there's something else around the house that needs to be done, then I will do it during my 30-minute lunch break, after I eat my food, of course. So yes, I don't just go sit down and relax on my 30-minute lunch break, but I do take a break. So that is a scheduled meal time. First thing I do, of course, is eat my food. That's already prepared for me, actually. So all I have to do is just go eat it, because I prepare it in the morning when I'm getting ready. That's part of my morning routine. If you don't have a morning routine, you might want to try to put one of those in place as well, because it's really helpful. So schedule meal times on your calendar and plan your meals ahead of time. It's difficult to make good decisions when you're starving or when you're hungry. So you definitely don't want to be hungry, right? If you're telling yourself you don't have time for these suggestions, cut it out. Just make time, okay? Time blocking can be your friend. It really can, not just for your business, and the work that you're doing throughout the day, but for you personally as well. You could set a specific time to get up every day, and then have a specific time for your morning routine, whatever that looks like for you, right? If you get up and eat breakfast and take a shower, get ready for your day, whatever it is you do, set aside a specific time in the mornings to do all that and get ready for your day. Set aside a specific time to actually start your day. I have a specific time every morning that I come to my office. Well, it varies each day. It depends on if I have a long day the day before, then I'll give myself 30 extra minutes before I come to the office. Just kind of balance that out because I was in the office so late the day before, especially if I have a late meeting or something like that in the afternoon or evening. Yes, I do have set office hours, but that's just when my client work stops. That does not necessarily mean I leave my office at that specific time. It just means that's the end of the day for my clients. I don't do any more client work after that time. I do work for my business, on my business. I have meetings sometimes I schedule after my regular office hours, depending upon what I have going on that day. So yeah, set your schedule that aligns with you. What works best for you, okay? So again, if you're telling yourself that you don't have time for these suggestions that I've shared with you today, just cut it out and start making the time. If you have a smartphone, which most of us do, you have a calendar on your phone. And you can start scheduling blocks of time for your morning routine, for your, client work or customer work, for your lunch. You can start scheduling blocks of time for each thing, each one of these habits that I have suggested today, and start practicing them. Okay, if you don't want to do a 30-minute lunch, do an hour lunch. That way it gives you time to eat and time to go exercise. If you live in a place that's not 100 degrees in the middle of the day, bless you, you are fortunate, then you might could go take your walk on your lunch break. Unfortunately, in the middle of the day when I take my lunch break, there's no way I'm going outside for a walk. Now, usually to go outside and get my fresh air, it's either in the mornings, part of my morning routine, or do it in the evenings after dinner. It just depends. Just to get some fresh air. Sometimes I might walk out in the middle of the day just to get some sun, if the sun is out that day, but I'm not going to stay out there very long because it's so hot and humid. It is actually 12 minutes after 9 in the morning right now, and we already have 80 degrees. So by noon, yes, we'll probably be to 100. So I'm not going outside for a walk. Not going to happen. But again, just start making the time to do these things. Tackle one habit at a time and give yourself grace as you incorporate each of these habits into your life. Okay, you don't have to start doing them all at once. Do it one at a time. Okay, start scheduling that lunch break. You can start there, or schedule that morning routine, whatever that looks like for you. So if you have any questions around any of these suggestions or tips that I shared with you today, please do reach out. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And again, if you're not a part of Relationship Communications, come on over to Facebook and join us. We would love to welcome you into the community. We are very active in there. We do a lot of different things in there. It's a lot of fun. We also have a VIP club that was started earlier this year. If you'd like to participate in that, you can learn more about that in the group as well. So again, if you have any questions, please reach out and I'll see you again soon.